Hi, powerful leaders. This episode is from a live training that I do weekly inside my Facebook group called the Powerful Female Coaches and Leaders Community. Feel free to join us inside the group so I can get to know you better and I can answer any questions you might have. I just love the live interaction, answering to your question, listening to your stories. There is so much power in connecting in a deeper way, and I really hope you do take this invitation. The way I edit these episodes is really to give you all the value, but if you want to have the live interaction, ask any questions, and get them answered by me, please join us in the Powerful Female Coaches and Leaders community. I can't wait to see you there, and I hope you enjoyed this episode. Welcome to the Powerful Female Leaders Podcast. I'm your host, Anna Patricia Bourgeois, certified business coach. I am here to help you up-level, generate consistent wealth, increase your confidence, attract dream clients, and master your mindset so that you can fully own your power and achieve next-level results in your online business and beyond. Every week, a powerful conversation will take place with amazing guests, or I'll share from my experience to help inspire you to start and scale the business of your dreams while being powerfully you. The time has come to stop playing small, stop hiding, and stop waiting. Now is the perfect time for you to passionately pursue your heart's desire as the powerful leader you were born to be. Are you ready? Let's do this. If you are willing to do this, I know you will win. Okay, so this is all about embracing risk and uncertainty as powerful leaders. I posted about this a few days ago, and that post sparked a lot of conversations. So I wanted to bring this topic forward so we can dive deeper. What actually prompted me to post about this is oftentimes I receive this question from people who are interested, right, in working with me. And then they're like, okay, but like, how soon after investing will I see an ROI? And this question always brings me back to like a year and a half ago when I started this journey. I had the same question, basically. So I totally get where the question is coming from because I was the same way. Like I hadn't done that mindset work yet. So that was always the question on my mind as well. And then what I realized today is that it actually took me 6 months to sign my first high-ticket client. I had already invested multiple thousands of dollars in different programs and coaches, and I was about to invest again. And I hadn't had any return on investment, which is why I always ask, am I gonna get a return? Like, what's going on? Like, is it me? Like, what is it? Like, I'm doing all the things, It seems like crazy. Like, when I talk about this and I share this story, like, normal people would be like, what the hell? Are you crazy? Like, what are you doing? And yes, yes, I was scared. I was like, I don't know, I don't know, if this is going to work or not. And I'm not going to lie to you. Like, I even thought about quitting multiple times, but I didn't because I knew that the universe always had bigger plans for me. And I kid you not, like, even though I was in 9-to-5s, I had contracts at the time in social media marketing agencies, I still knew something bigger was coming for me. I just didn't know what. And that was always that uneasy feeling that I was feeling every single time. I was like, I don't really want to be here. I don't really want to do this. And something always ended up happening that brought me into a different direction. So I just knew that this was the right path and that if I stuck with it a little bit longer and I actually worked on myself even deeper and did like the unsexy work, that I will be there, like that I would get there one day. That's really what I wanted to share, is that we all have things we still need to learn, embody, calibrate to. We all have limiting beliefs and stories we keep telling ourselves. We all have those fears, those doubts around money, around receiving. Like, I'm still doing this kind of work. Like, this is a forever lifetime work. Like, we're never really done. But the more you, like, the sooner you start doing it, the better. And I didn't realize it at that time, but the coaches and programs I was in actually helped me dive deeper. So it's normal that, things weren't happening as fast because I had so much to go through, so much to calibrate to, so much to embody and truly understand on a cellular level, that it took time for the result to happen, but I knew it was going to happen. So I'm pretty sure if you're here right now, you also know it deep in your bones. You just have this knowing, right? You know this is going to work out for you, right? and it's why you're still showing up, and it's why you're still investing in yourself, and it's why you're still getting the help and doing all the things, because you know deep down that this is your purpose. And it's that knowing, right? It's that knowing that we're here to create an impact. We're here to be someone's reason they're able to change their lives. We're here because we want to grow into that leader, into that person, and it's such a beautiful, beautiful process. And time is just a concept, right? How fast will I get an ROI? Right? How fast? Like, time, like, when we're first starting and we haven't done the work yet, we focus on time. But when we've done the work and we understand that, when you're all in on your dreams, it doesn't matter how long it's going to take for it to come to us, because we know we're in this for life. For however long it's going to take to get there, right? We're in this for a lifetime. Like, I'm in this for a lifetime of growth and evolution and becoming the best version of myself, right? And money is just a byproduct of how much I've grown as a person, as a human, as a leader. So instead of focusing on, oh my gosh, how fast will I make that money back? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna die if I don't make money tomorrow, right? Instead of focusing on that, focus on how can I better myself? How can I calibrate to that energy of abundance, of believing in myself, of believing in my dreams, of knowing that anything is possible, right? That's the mindset. So just that little shift that I realized, that was the little shift that truly, truly helped me just break through the, oh my gosh, why isn't this working? Why don't I have any clients? Like, this is really the shift. I was just like, okay, I'm gonna release the pressure, release the control, release the expectations, and I'm just gonna work on myself, have that confidence, have that belief that my offer is the best damn thing on this planet, and that people would be crazy not to sign up for it, right? And keep showing up and keep nurturing my relationships, keep having conversation, keep learning about who is my ideal client, how can I be of service. That's a huge thing as well. How can you be of service? Okay, how can you start giving that value as soon as possible? As long as you are coachable, you put in the time, the effort, you're committed to the process, you will get there. Okay? Success is not overnight. I know that's what the online world wants you to believe, okay? But it's not overnight, okay? I know this, okay? I know it's not overnight. And always be grateful for where you are at today. Be grateful for what you have now. Celebrate the small wins. This is something huge that I like to do with my clients because we don't do this enough. And when we do celebrate the small wins, we're calling in bigger and bigger and bigger wins in our lives. So start celebrating the small wins. And the other thing is like reaching for the stars, like reaching for huge goals. It's not reasonable. Like it's not supposed to make sense logically. Because if we want to create these huge months, that's the other thing. We have to live in potentiality. And that's something that I'm still working through, right? Is shifting my mindset to the potentiality of what could actually happen and distance myself from the reality, right? And the logic part of my brain, because my brain is very logical, but that's what's keeping me where I am, because I'm just following logic instead of tapping into the infinite abundance, right? And potentiality that life has to offer us. So that's also a huge thing to keep in mind, okay? It's not supposed to make sense logically, okay? It's supposed to be expansive. It's supposed to stretch us beyond our comfort zone. Every single day, I make sure I do something that brings me out of my comfort zone, because I know that's where I grow. I know that's where I learn. I know that's where miracles happen, because I don't expect to have amazing results if I keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over again, right? If I want to reach for higher months, if I want to reach for higher, more consistent income, I have to do things I haven't done before. I have to put myself in uncomfortable situations. So when was the last time you did that? When was the last time you were uncomfortable? To become the leader who attracts clients easily on repeat, who lives in wealth and abundance, we have to lead ourselves first. We have to grow through the uncomfortable things. We have to be willing to go first, and then people will follow. So this is also something very, very, very important to keep in mind, okay? You cannot expect people to do something if you haven't done it yourself. And the sooner you understand this concept, you're gonna like be on fire for the rest of your life. Okay, so always ask yourself, am I going all in my business? Am I taking risks? Am I coachable? Am I committed to the process for however long it takes? If your answer is yes, I know you will succeed. I know you will. It's inevitable. Because those who are willing to embrace uncertainty, embrace taking risks, despite of the unknowns, despite if this will ever work, like I did a year and a half ago, right? I had no evidence. I had no clue if this was gonna work. I was getting myself, my savings account was going down because I was investing in so many things, right? It was scary. But I'm so proud of myself for doing it, for taking that risk. It's so worth it. Maybe not in the moment, but in the long run, you're gonna realize, oh my gosh, thank God I did this. Thank God I invested in this. Even if it was unreasonable or scary, right? I'm so glad that I did. And I'm about to do another crazy investment. Oh my gosh, I'm scared shitless. But that's what leaders do. I hope that this is sparking something in you, igniting a fire in you to be like, okay, what is my next move? How am I going to get uncomfortable again? Because I know this is where I'm growing. Okay? Maybe this is not what you wanted to hear today. But this is a huge part. This is a huge part of the people who are so successful and the people who stay where they're at. This really comes from my heart because I've been through it. I'm still going through it. And I've noticed the shifts. I've noticed the difference. When you actually are willing to embrace the unknown, the uncertainty, to get uncomfortable, to take risks. Like, I wouldn't be where I am today, honestly. I wouldn't be where I am. I wouldn't be the person that I am. It's only because I decided to take that leap on myself that my life changed forever. Like, I could have stayed comfortable in my 9 to 5, like, have my secure income or whatever. Like, I could have done that, but I just knew deep down, like, no, this is not what I'm supposed to be doing, right? I just knew it. And I know you know it too. That's why you're here, like I said. I started my business, right? And that's the other thing. I also was so used to, being the freebie collector, consuming all the YouTube videos, scrolling for hours on end on Instagram, trying to find the thing that was gonna help me get a client like ASAP, like I was doing all the thing, basically just wasting time. But when I started actually enrolling in programs, hiring my own coach, getting my own mentors, joining mastermind groups, and actually having conversations and actually talking it through with people who've been there, who get it, that's when everything changed. As soon as I put my money on the table is when I started taking it seriously and I started taking action every single day. I just released the pressure. I believed in myself. I knew it was gonna work. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but in the long run, for sure. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Powerful Female Leaders podcast. If you love this episode, make sure to spread the message, leave a review, and subscribe. I would forever be grateful for you. I also want to hear from you, and I want to know your feedback and your questions for future episodes. So don't be shy, say hi, and send me a message at Powerful Female Leaders Podcast on Instagram. Until then, I'll see you on the next episode.